I love Guy Fieri. Hi.
This is awesome. You're the best.
Thank you. So are you. Hey, shoe cam, please.
Oh, we're going there now?
Yes.
I'm in Cali. I wear flip-flops.
That's okay. You're also in. You're also
the best flip-flop. I'm going to send you some of these, Wendy. They are the bomb.
Okay. He doesn't know I can't wear flip-flops. Don't tell him. So I
didn't hear that.
I see we're at home with you. I love everything about your empire, you know, everything about it. And that particular show, what I like about it the most, other than that it's you, is that it's Sunday nights at 8 o'clock. So it gives me something to do other than always watching The Housewives. Really. And it's very entertaining.
Now, we watched it last night here with the family, and my parents were here. It was the season premiere. And it's an amazing show doing so many different things. I mean, it serves so many different situations, from recognizing the amazing chefs and their talents and their skills. It gives them a great platform to show what they can do. Also, we've given away a lot of money this year to support restaurants in need. There's just so much going on. So I'm really glad you enjoyed it. It's an amazing show to do.
It's more than a lot of money. I mean, you've given away millions of dollars.
Yeah, you know what it is these chefs are all feeling the same thing, and having my own restaurants and having restaurants closed and some open, and there's just so many different facets to it. It was a time, and we have a great president at the Food Network named Courtney White. And when I said, we're getting ready to do this show, these chefs are hurting, restaurant industry's hurting, let's do something extra. So the chefs came out, propped the restaurants that they love so much, and then we gave $10,000 per winning chef. I mean, it was $250,000 in just donations alone.
But overall, since you've been on TV, you've raised quietly behind the scenes, he doesn't want to brag, millions of dollars. $25 million, I heard. All right, let's talk.
Yeah. Well,
really?
well, when, the pandemic has been so difficult on everybody. And I think that all of us in our respective communities or industries tried to do what we could do. And being a chef and a restaurant owner myself, as soon as the pandemic hit, I remember saying to my wife, I said, in next week, there's going to be a lot of people in this industry that are expecting that paycheck to make their house payment, their car payment, their whatever it may be, because we live paycheck to paycheck in the restaurant business. And I said, we need to start raising some money. So I started making these videos and sending them to the CEOs of the major companies that are directly involved in the restaurant business. And everybody said I was a little bit crazy, including my wife. And I sent out 43 of them. And the next morning, and it gives me goosebumps, Wendy, to still say this, the next morning I got a call from Pepsi, and they said, we want to give you $1 million. And it just continued to snowball. We got up to almost $25 million. And I partnered with the National Restaurant Association, and they were the ones that were awesome about bringing in the money and getting it out to the employees. But we gave out 43,000 checks to restaurant employees that had lost their jobs. So
unbelievable.
It was a pretty great, big effort.
And what I love about you also is that you're very, very family oriented. It's really nice. I love when Hunter is the one with the darker shirt. Hunter comes in the kitchen and cooks with Guy, and he also knows how to criticize. And he's also really nice with the no, but good for you, because that means that Hunter will take over the family empire when you get tired of doing it. Now, what does Ryder do? Is he in business or something? Because Ryder, you have to help out too. Hi, Lori. We'll get to you in a moment.
Ryder's a freshman in high school, so that's a very interesting relationship that he has. As you know, when they get into being a freshman, there's a big change going on. And he hasn't been able to go to high school because they've been doing distance learning here. So kind of bummed to see that didn't happen. But he's an amazing kid. He's on TV with us quite a bit. He has his responsibilities. He says if he doesn't make it in the NBA, that he'll probably come into the family business. But he's hitting the NBA right now.
So you have 75 restaurants. Now, how are you directly affected, your restaurants? Did you stay open? What did you do?
No, the majority, just about everything was closed at one point or time. We're back open now, the majority of them. Still operating at very low numbers, maybe about 40% of what we did, in the year prior. But we have it a lot better than most. I got to be honest. There's so many people. You know, we were out shooting diners, drive-ins, and dives down in Florida last week, which was great, by the way. And that state's doing great, and those restaurants are almost open to capacity. But there's so many states and so many areas that don't have outside dining, that don't have the availability. So it's the restaurant industry is still really in need, and I want to encourage everybody to please order out. Please get delivery. Please get to go. Please go buy gift certificates and support your local restaurants, because this is the tough time.
Yeah. So, Guy, you're the third chef to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Wow. Good for you.
Oh, man.
Now, whenever you get the star, because I've won too, and you have to get special people to speak for you. Who'd you get to speak for you?
Well, I had my good friend Matthew McConaughey and my son Hunter. And it was, I'm going to tell you, Wendy, you know, because you've been through it. It was probably one of the most surreal, unbelievable events of my life. I'm a cook. Yeah, I grew up in Northern California. I was just happy to own my own restaurant. That's all I really wanted to do. Yeah. You know, and then to see the way it's escalated, but that opportunity to have the star and have all my family there. My dad had just beat pancreatic cancer. So to have my dad there with me and my mom, I flew my aunts in. My wife, my boys, Hunter spoke. Ryder came up on stage with me. I'm not kidding you, Andy. I had to keep sunglasses on. I had to think about something else.
I know. I like cried the whole day. I couldn't believe it. Exactly. Exactly. So you're really good friends with Drake. How did that come about?
Oh, so Drake, oh gosh, what a great guy. You know, I was shooting up in Toronto. This is years ago. We were up there shooting, and he was having dinner in a dining room, closed dining room. He lived in the building where this restaurant was. And we just sat there and started talking about food and his love. I mean, he really loves food. He's into it in so many ways. And we were talking about recipes, and I said, hey, you know, if the kitchen's open, I'll take you in there and we'll go. And of course, the restaurant was closed, but the chef caught wind that Drake and Guy Fieri were sitting out there and that we wanted to come in and cook. And they opened it up and threw us a couple chef coats, and there we were cooking. Wow. And I tell you what, I've told him every time we talk about it, I go, you should either open your own restaurants, write a cookbook, do something. But he's kind of busy these days. Wow. Yeah, kind of got a lot going
on. So I watch diners, drive-ins, and dives all the time. And I was talking to my staffers here. We all watch. Now, we're not cooking that food. You know, I'd rather buy the food than cook it. I don't want to learn how to cook. I mean, I know enough. You know, I'm single now. And I live in the city. I don't live in Jersey anymore. And my son's in college, you know, in Florida. So, but eating out is my favorite thing. Like, my fridge always has the plastics from but I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, not just to avoid cooking, but to help the restaurants. Yeah.
It really, I'll tell you, and that's what's, the restaurant industry is so amazing. You know, this is what I've done my whole life before I got into the TV thing. But I'll tell you what it is the restaurant industry, we learn to adapt and overcome. And as a chef and as a restaurant owner, all my life, I mean, you're running a special on the menu, and all of a sudden they're not going to send you the snapper. You got to change gears in, you know, middle of dinner rush on a Saturday night. And that's what we do. And so the restaurants have really come into this wonderful new realm that most restaurants weren't doing, which was the delivery program. Now, you got great groups out there that are doing Uber Eats, DoorDash.
All that
got some really great companies out there. And the thing is most restaurants weren't even participating. Now almost everybody is. So it's a really good opportunity. You want to help the restaurants get that service on your phone.
Tell me, what is your nephew up to? Guy's sister passed away a few years ago, and Guy and Lori are raising him, you know, there at the house. How old is he now?
Jules just turned 21 last July.
That's him? Wow.
Yeah, so what happened, that sweatshirt that he has on right there, when I was talking to Drake, before we went to cook, I was telling him what a fan my nephew Jules was, and Drake said, hang on a second. And he was gone for like 20 minutes. And I said to the guys, I go, where'd he go? And he goes, oh, he's getting something for your nephew. And he runs down and he gives this sweatshirt. And this is before I think the clothing line even really started to emerge. Yeah. But he gave the sweatshirt and signed it for Jules. And then this is Jules at 20 when Drake was playing in Oakland, close by here, you know, Northern California. And Drake had him backstage and signed the other side of the sweatshirt for Jules. Wow. And it was, I mean, everybody was out of their mind.
So
great guy.
We've already talked about Flavortown. Is there anything more that you want to say about the show? We know the charity, we know the chefs. You know, it comes on at 8 o'clock on Sundays. Do yourself a favor and watch the Flavor. Hey.
So here's what we did. We knew restaurants. We have so many restaurants that can't do the business in the front door because they have limited seating. So what we did is partnered up with it's going to be 200 restaurants by next week. But we have 200 restaurants nationwide where we have our program, our virtual kitchen called Flavortown Kitchen. So Guy Fieri favorites, bacon mac and cheeseburgers, the pig popper, that stuffed jalapeno you're enjoying right now, the chicken guy sandwich. All of this is available, and it's the real deal, right?
All of it's available at my apartment. I'm taking it home. Guy, always nice to see you. What a nice man, right?
You are the best.
Guy Fieri, everybody.
I miss you.
It's called Tournament of Champions, and it airs on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock on the Food Network. And we'll be right back.